Hey guys, welcome back to Powerstroke boys. Today we're working on my 2002 F350. You guys just saw, I just finished up that big lifted F350. We did a 38R turbo, resealed the intake plenums, resealed the fuel bowl, the fuel lines, put new up pipes, and the truck runs great. We also did a TS6 chip with tunes from DP Tuner. Need some tunes for your 7.3, 6.7, 6.0. Go to Jody at DP Tuner, he'll get you set up straight. But we're back on my 2002 F350. A couple things have changed. I've powder coated the turbo cover and the spider. Went ahead and deleted the air intake relay, cut that part of the bracket off. Also went ahead and deleted the wastegate solenoid and lines because I have a welded shut wastegate. That's 1.0 exhaust housing. If you guys want more info on that, I'll explain in another video. Also, I just upgraded to a 6.0 trans cooler. I'll have that video edited probably before this one, after, I don't know, but you guys can see our new boots there. So we have a 6.0 trans cooler and a 6.0 intercooler now. And yeah, so we're going on the intake side of things today. This is a custom intake I built for my 6-liter that I had back in the day. I saw the no limit fabrication. I wanted one at the time. Couldn't afford one, so I had some exhaust pipe laying around, and I ended up just making my own. This is like 150 bucks versus 350, then shipping and then tax, so I saved a lot of money. And this thing sucks a lot of air. You guys can see I have the intake air temperature sensor just zip tied to the Hydro Boost line there. And supposedly this section over here of the engine bay, even with as much open room as there is now, it's staying well over the 100 degrees, which is, you know, normal. You're probably saying, well, it's a hot air intake. Yeah, I know, because it's sucking in from here and it's not up here from the Zoodad mod, you know, that people do up in the grill. So today, I've been thinking about this for a while. This intake's been great just to get around town and do what I gotta do, but I'm gonna take this one off and I'm going to end up using the stock accordion pipe here, if you guys will. Eventually I'll probably change it out, but that accordion will come down, and I have some 4-inch exhaust pipe from an old exhaust system I have. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the accordion to come down right about here, and then when I use the exhaust pipe, it's all 4-inch, so it'll go from 4-inch of the turbo all the way 4-inch to the inlets. There's not going to be any restrictions, and it's just going to tuck nicely along this battery tray, which I'm going to end up trimming this. You guys can see this is a aftermarket battery. Well, it's not aftermarket, but this is a battery tray I got from an Excursion. If you guys look, the passenger side batteries, no matter if it's a gas or a diesel, they're all metal, and the driver side on the diesels are plastic, which I don't understand. And I didn't want to trim all this, and I wanted to keep my stock airbox because they're very hard to find, and mine's in perfect shape, just in case I ever want to go back to it, whatever the case may be. So I went to the junkyard, got one of these metal battery trays from the passenger side of that Excursion, and it literally bolts right up here to the fender. And then I had to drill 2 holes just for it to line up on the bracket right here, and I'm going to trim this excess off, and that'll give me a full 1.25 inches, at least a full inch of room. And then, I mean, hell, I could probably just sneak it down here, but my idea is just to sneak it right up here into the front of the grill, and you guys can see right there. I'm going to shove it kind of like a and the angle of it lines up perfectly. You guys can see, kind of using this charge pipe here as a reference piece that I have. I got to clean it up. I just had to torch off that mount. I got to clean that up with a flapper wheel, but my idea with this, you guys are starting to get my drift here. I'm wanting to just literally just run it up, and, you know, I'll angle all this and whatnot and take care of that. You know, I'll put a filter up here in the front with a pre-screen on it, and then yeah. So, and obviously I'm gonna have to build a bracket to come off this little battery holder bracket right here. So I'm gonna play around with this, get this battery out, and we'll be right back with you guys. Can see I'll just need to build one bracket. I'm probably just gonna go to the core support right there, because the hose here will hold it there, and it's just going to kind of rest on top of the intake charge pipe, which I want it to just be elevated just a hair. So, and then I can drill a hole and put our air filter meter gauge in. I could just do that right here on the elbow, or just right here somewhere. And also I could tap into this for a nitrous shot. I didn't just say that. And then also I can put our intake temp sensor back here. I'll have to extend these wires obviously, but I can extend that over here, and we'll get accurate readings. This is why you don't throw away scrap. Found this bracket, don't know what it's from, but we're just gonna go right here. I'm gonna keep this nice and simple. I don't want to have to build a bracket over here. Some welding is going to be required, but I found this metal bracket, and we're gonna go off the actual stud up here that holds the intercooler in, and obviously I'll have to trim this down some, but you guys can see I'm just gonna literally just kind of just do that, you know. It's going to hold, the weight of it's going to be up front, and then the boot will hold it back here. I just want to keep this thing from vibrating around. And all right, you guys, bracket trimmed, drilled a hole, weld, nothing special. You guys can see nice looking bead. Just hit it with a wire wheel. Went ahead and got our intake air temp sensor in. Also, we're going to put our air restrictor gauge in. This is what I got here. Spread that out enough so we can get both of those on. All right, you guys, so it's a couple days later. Went ahead and got this all powder coated up. Matches the white on the turbo and the spider really well. Went ahead and went back to my 4-inch cover with my billet wheel. So here's our filter. Went on Amazon, got the $19 special with the little pre-screen or the air filter sock, whatever you want to call it, just to kind of help. It's kind of a, you know, up front area, but this is going to be a true on true cold air intake because it's taking air literally right through this big chunk in the grill, and you guys can see the light bars here, and the intake is right up above to the air filter, or change it, clean it, whatever the case. Instead of having to take the hood latch out or loosen every time, set it to the side, what I can do is take these plastic clips out, and I can slide each side out individually. And you guys can see, went ahead, got the pipe all nice powder coated, shined it really well, matches the turbo and the spider. And we went ahead and got our restriction gauge in with our intake air temp sensor gauge. And you guys can see the filter tucks up in there nicely, and that bracket matches the contour of that bracket. So, and then we come up here in the grill, you guys can probably see just a little bit, but there's the filter with the pre-screen on it. And we're basically done. So let's fire it up and see what it sounds like. That's a wrap, guys. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, remember to subscribe, click the notification bell, share with your friends and family. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.